game over. Like, I'm done. I can never lose. I'm successful. That's it. And so, I know I was nitpicked to her anyway, Lou wasn't here, but before I came to UHB and even got in this kind of senior resident position I am now, it's my second year, but she and a lot of other people in student affairs that I've been involved with had actually taught me so many things like self-care and the work environment. My parents always told me to work hard and that's what you deserve. Like, whatever you get is what you deserve because you've worked for it. So I'm constantly going, and I didn't really think about the fact that I had to think about myself as well. And she was very like, hello, you gotta be alive. So I didn't know anything about self-care. I didn't know anything about how to actually become a leader. I knew how to support my team from the back, but I didn't know how to, I was down here, I was supporting, I wasn't up here leading. I didn't know how to assist people without enabling them, and that's a big one. You have to learn to draw your boundaries and help people without actually giving them too much where they're not doing their own stuff. And just, long story short, there's just so much about leadership that I've learned being in this position that I never would have been able to do it unless it was for the UHB faculty and staff. And I just want to give like a big shout out actually to all faculty and staff at UHB, professors and everything, because they've taught me so much. They have given me insight, so much insight. They've nurtured me, they've grown me. And honestly, to all of you guys here today, thank you for even listening to like my story. I just want you guys to know that what you do and all the hard work that you put in every single day is what it produces. People like us. I mean, we're different. We're a little crazy. We all have our little backgrounds. Well, I'm crazy. Like, this is the product of your hard work. And I could not think enough of you. This is just one story from one person that's influenced. Like, imagine how many lives you guys are touching every day. I can't even comprehend a reality in which I didn't go to UHB or I didn't meet these people, because I would not be in the position I am today. I don't know who I would be, but I love who I am now, and they just developed me. And so just thank you guys, because when you do the hard work, we get the leaders of tomorrow. And maintain those connections. At a big university, you meet people, and it's hard to keep up with all those hundreds of people that you meet. But a small university, you can stay with it and really make those deep connections and network, because these are the people that are going to be with you in the workforce when you graduate. It's not going to be the older ones, the younger ones. These are going to be the people you need to connect with. And so I'm just going to give you a short little story about how I got to the position I am in today. And so my very first year in UHB, I wasn't really active in organizations. I actually had a student leader come up to me. She's a connection I have right now. But she came up to me and she basically said, hey, I see that you're not really doing much after school. What do you want to do? She kind of basically got me into an organization. I started participating in it, and I learned that I enjoyed it completely. But what I really, after some self-reflecting after the end of my freshman year, it wasn't the organization itself, it was what I was doing in it. I loved talking to people, and I loved helping those people. And so, we have something called freshman orientation or freshman seminar that, gets acclimated with your university. And so I went to one of the advisors, and I spoke to him, and long story short, he was like, hey, we've been talking for a while, I've seen your work, and I think that you should try to pursue human resource management. And that, of course, deals with people. So I went ahead and took on the second degree, started doing that, but in order to do that and know if I like it or not, I had to see if that was something interesting or not. So I joined another organization, Business Student Association, and from there, when you're a student leader on campus, it's not just about, okay, you're one organization, it's supposed to be about, the whole university. So I started going to SJ meetings, and this is the key point for me, I guess. It's just that when I went to those meetings, I saw that some of my peers had some problems, and they were saying all these problems, and I wasn't really hearing a lot of solutions. And so I decided that I wanted to be a part of that solution. I wanted to influence the environment that I was coming from, because I'm supposed to be growing and developing as a character, as a human, and they are too. So they're my peers, and that kind of like is, a little bummy, and like it makes me so sad. When like they're just like, oh yeah, okay, there's all these problems, but I don't have any solutions. But and so like I just wanted to help, long story short. And so that led me into taking an opportunity that I never thought I would. It's the resident psych position. I'm an RA. I've been that way for 2 years, and thank you. My first year as an RA was probably the most exceptional year because I came out of there with 3 semesters of 4.0, was in multiple organizations, and I was also a student worker at Career Services, which is another department that I'm involved in. And so both the director of Career Services, Amy Hatmaker, she's not here today, but the assistant director of Residence Life have influenced me in such an amazing way. And I'm going to kind of nitpick at her. She's in the crowd right now. I don't know if you know her, but she's the AD. Her name is Camilla Sutton. And she actually is the reason I'm even sitting here today. After my first year, of course, there's evaluation times. And during evaluations, there's also possible promotions. So, I expressed to her that, I'm kind of interested in student affairs, and, I'd love to kind of take on a senior resident assistant position, but I'm very nervous. I expressed my concerns, my worries, and the most important thing that came to me out of all of the conversations that we've had is that she told me that she believed in me. She said that, oh, I'm getting emotional, whew, okay. She said that, and none of that matters. She believed that I had the skill, she believed that I had the capability, and she believed that I could do it. And when you, oh, I'm getting emotional, if you do know her, she's pretty much a superhero. She's a superstar. She's not an Elvis Presley, but she's really up there. She's not and something like that you aspire to be, she's significant in the workforce. She's everywhere. She does everything. She operates in excellence. That's most important.